Hi, I'm Spence. This is Penny for a Tale. We're playing Sad Vampire Boyfriend. I am not important. My friends are. Andy, one more time.
Okay, I'm Andy. If you are looking for me on the internet, look for Anagram of Brat. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitch, and I am super excited to be gaming with y'all.
Yay! Misha.
Hi, I'm Misha B. BG Gameworks on Twitter. I am excited to be playing because sad and vampire and boyfriend are three things I love, and you're mixing them together. It's like peanut butter in my chocolate, and I want it.
Yes. Adam.
Hi everyone, I'm Adam. You can find me on Instagram as the Vampire Interpreter, which is I think half the reason I'm here. If you want to see more of me, you can go to Helmgast's Cult Divinity Lost channel and watch Sinners and Saints on Tuesday nights. But I'm excited to get to be another monster again.
The whole reason you're here is because of the last time we played Pasión de las Pasiones.
I was a werewolf.
And you were a werewolf, and it was
I
amazing.
randomly decided that because someone said in the chat, "Oh, you hear a wolf howl?" I'm like, "Werewolf, got it."
Got it. And Julia.
I'm Julia Ellingbo, and I don't really. I guess I do social media. You can find me on Facebook if you look at my name, and you can find me on Instagram on Queen of OV Pirates, and same on Twitter. I teach middle school. I'm a special ed teacher, and I write games, and I actually write LARPs and Vampire LARP.
Yes. I'm so excited for your LARP. And I am going to make sure that once this goes on YouTube, all of the links for everybody will be posted there, so you can follow all of these fantastic humans as we go forward. Now, what I like to do on these one-shots is actually do character creation real quick. I've had everybody choose their name and whether they are a vampire or a mortal. So I have already rolled the GM portion of what the threats are, so don't you worry, I've got that covered. But let's talk about you all. Who are you? And what do you look like? What do people think of you? So let's do reverse order. Safia. Safia or Sophia?
Afia.
Safia. I'm probably putting the emphasis incorrectly, so please correct me when I get it wrong.
I'm sure everybody gets it wrong.
Still. What do you look like?
I'm tall. I have very dark eyes. I don't know. They're very bright.
Mm-hmm.
I smile a lot.
Lots of smiles. What do you want in this world right now? I'll give you all the premise. You all have received an invitation to this Darkling Ball. You've heard of it, but you've never been invited before.
Okay. So I've heard of this thing, but I've never been invited before.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking me why I'm going, or
Just
what I want out of this?
What do you want out of the ball?
Out of the ball. So if I've heard about it, like, have I heard good things?
Oh yeah. It's kind of like a matchmaking ball / entertainment. And so getting invited, you could be partnered with somebody and looking for a new thrall. You could be looking for your first match. You could be looking for a lifetime companion. You could be looking for someone to turn.
I'm looking for choices.
Choices. Interesting. All right.
In other words, I have no idea. I'm just showing up. I'm like, I heard about this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I've been asleep for a while. And I've heard about this. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Kind of lonely.
All right.
Yeah.
What is one thing, and you may not bring this up now. You can probably think about this. What is one thing you would never let just a random person know about yourself, but you might let someone close to you know? And if you want to save that for later, that's totally okay.
Save that for later.
All right.
Yeah.
Dimitri.
Yes.
Before I move on to you, go through and look at the vampire flaws, Safia, and pick your 3 flaws.
Okay.
And then I'll ask you about them afterwards. Dimitri.
Are we doing this pseudo in character or out of character? What do we do?
Whatever you would like to do, my dear.
Okay.
I'm
All right,
flexible. Let's go.
We'll stay out of character for just a second. So,
Mm-hmm.
But yes, how can I help you?
So, what do you want, having been invited to this Darkling ball?
Well, I don't think I particularly get out much.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably the first. Maybe I get many invitations, but like that reclusive rich old man on the hill, I rarely step out into society. But tonight it is a full moon, very auspicious, and I will venture out. Perhaps I'm hungry. Who knows?
Who would play you in a movie?
I would love to think I could play me in a movie. That being said,
I'm getting Gary Oldman vibes.
Oh, God.
yeah, I would say, yeah, there you go. Why not? We'll take a young Gary Oldman kind of thing, sans wrinkles, hopefully, at least for a couple more years.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you just get a teenager, drink a little bit, you'll be fine. Perk you right up.
Like a plan.
And what do people get from you when they first see you?
Well, I'm going to be, since it's a sad vampire boyfriend, be quintessential. I'm definitely who the hell is that kind of thing, in a more positive context. Everyone's dancing around me, but I'm the one standing perfectly still, staring through the crowd kind of thing.
Gotcha. And to be completely transparent, does not have to be a boyfriend. We are gender neutral, love who you love, etc. So you are not limited to that kind of binary choice. All right, Misha.
Hi.
Dimitri, go ahead and pick your flaws as well. I'll be asking you about them. Misha, or Antoinette, I'm sorry. Antoinette, why have you gotten this invitation?
I think because I have been studying vampires for a while, and I think maybe somebody has noticed my interest and might either be trying to warn me away or entice me further. We'll find out which.
All right, so the studious type. What do you look like?
I'm tall-ish, broad-shouldered, curvaceous, coily hair, big smile, kind of tomboyish most of the time, but for the occasion I have dressed up appropriately.
Very nice, very nice. So as we go through, I want you to pick 3 mortal flaws. I will ask you about them later. Also, keep in mind that last question that I asked Safia, which is, what is something that only someone you want to be close with would know? Or you would want to let them know about yourself. Zara. Hello. Why are you invited to this ball?
I had heard rumors that this was not only the place to be, but it's like a super magical and transformative experience, and I am into that. And I'm not sure how somebody got wind that I should be invited, but I am super excited.
And what kind of person are you?
I am not naive, but certainly like very young and trying to hide that. But very enthusiastic about everything, very kind of bubbly.
Bubbly. Interesting. And who would play you in a movie?
I don't know her name, but it's she played Domino in Deadpool.
Zazie
So
Beetz.
Zazie Beetz, thank you.
You're welcome.
So she has big, poofy, curly hair, which is the biggest part about her. She's actually quite short. She's short, she's round, she's very bouncy.
Nice. Okay, and yeah, I think that for both Antoinette and Zara, what do you want from this ball?
I think to finally meet a vampire.
I want an experience like that magical dance with Jareth and Sarah in Labyrinth.
Okay.
As the world falls down.
Dimitri, did I ask you the same question?
What do I want tonight?
What do you want tonight?
I want to break from the malaise of my eternity.
Very good. Very good. All right. So now, we'll, and also don't forget to pick your mortal flaws, Zara. Safia, what are your vampire flaws?
Commune with the elders.
Okay.
Hunt for blood. And practice some archaic art.
Okay. And Dimitri?
Hunt for blood, obviously. Let's be a vampire here. Let's have some fun. Make a promise to someone, and I do practice some archaic art as well.
Okay.
We have a lot in common.
Yeah.
Antoinette, what are your mortal flaws?
Trespass on forbidden ground. Antagonize those in authority. And get myself in danger.
Alrighty. And finally, Zara.
I would also like to trespass on forbidden ground. That sounds like fun. I would also like to let my hair down and misbehave, because I haven't gotten too much opportunity to do that. And I would also like to get myself in danger. Hopefully the fun kind. I will take the other kind too.
Okay. So the last thing that we have to do before play, there are two more things we have to do before we start playing. The first is everybody gets to start with some angst. So, do you all have a D6?
If I can pick it up with my claw.
Metaphorically.
All right. Go ahead and roll a D6. All right. Write down your number. And that is how much angst you have to play with right now. You get more angst when you play into one of your flaws.
Oh, this is...
So, if you ever hit 0 angst, you become disillusioned, dispassionate, broken, and tired. And you don't play in the scene anymore. You regain angst at the end of a scene and at the start of a new scene. All right. Last but not least, I will have you all discuss how you feel about each other. So this requires a D10. And so for each person, you can you roll what your outward emotion is, what's on the public face, and your inward emotion. And if you want to discuss how that plays out, that's perfect. It gives us a starting point.
Oh, darn it. Hold on here. Okay, so we do this for each person?
For each person.
All right, hold on. I gotta take my nails off again. The computer here, all right. So we have, and I'm gonna look so old as I try to read everyone's name here. So
We're all doing it. Don't feel bad.
yeah. Thank goodness here. Okay, let's get this done here. Actually, I guess I don't even need to write that down. Love it. Are we supposed to tell everyone this?
Yes, so that we can, so we can play on it.
Should I narrate as I go, or do you want me to? Are we all going to do it at the same time?
I feel like that would be fun. So, and we'll just go with whoever's ready.
Well, I am apparently going to take advantage of Zara sometime. Or that's my outward. I gotta roll
Yeah.
my inward, hun. We might keep that a secret. Let's see what happens. Oh, I like it. But I'm actually very scared of you.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna probably change it, the flavor of it a little bit. Just have some fun with it.
Okay.
I mean, it'll be the same thing, but
Yeah. So I imagine that you've seen Zara skipping through graveyards, you know, right as you were waking up and going, what the heck
Poor
is
child.
that?
I am a perky goth.
The most pastel of pastel goths.
It's very glittery and black.
Anybody else want to take their first who they're relating to?
So Sophia,
Yeah.
outwardly I'm scared of you, but inwardly I believe we're meant to be together.
Oh,
Oh,
I love it.
here.
that's awesome.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like a Lady Gaga song.
Right.
Ra 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 ah, ah. Sophia, you got one?
Yeah. All right. Zara, outwardly, I want to keep you safe from harm. And inwardly, I want to keep you safe from harm.
So basically, in that instance, if you double the match, it means that is your goal, but you want it a lot deeper than you show.
All right.
Oh, I got a good one here. I got
Yeah, last one.
Safia. I want to keep you safe from harm, but I'm also head over heels in love with you.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Sounds like me and Antoinette here are gonna have to throw down.
Oh, you know.
You know sign language because you're about ready to catch these hands.
That's wonderful.
I only know-
Incidentally, I do, but
Dimitri, I am probably going to take advantage of you, but secretly I
Oh.
believe we're meant to be together.
all right.
Oh
I love it.
my. So
Vampire love triangles. Let's do it.
All right. Antoinette, I rolled and I've got to find the thing again. Hang on. Where'd you go?
what's your numbers?
3.
I trust you too much.
Okay,
Okay.
Antoinette. Outwardly, I trust you too much. Inwardly, I want you to succeed and do well.
I got that for you too,
I-
Antoinette. What do you know? Everybody, you
I
have a
feel
bunch of
The
vampire
hilarious
support.
thing is that I also want Antoinette to succeed and do well deep down.
Everybody knows that Antoinette is a student of vampires and they want her to get her dissertation.
Yeah,
So
but
we
I'm,
go.
also,
Don't
but
worry.
I'm also outwardly scared of you, so.
You're
So
scared
this is
of
gonna
everybody.
be turn into interview with a vampire real quick. We're all gonna tell her a story so she can go publish it and win a. There we go.
So
Alright.
Zara, outwardly, I want you to succeed and do well, but inwardly, I don't think you make good decisions, honey.
Oh no.
Great.
Safia, I am scared of what you might make me do, and inwardly, I'm just scared of you.
A lot of fear.
It's great.
Dimitri,
Excited and scared.
I'm head over heels in love with you. And on the inside, I'm also head over heels in love with you.
All right. Oh, like I already know how we're. I got this. I got this. All right, there we go. Let's do it. I got the plan.
All right, where's the
Oh.
feedback coming from?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's a shriek. I'm not sure.
Well, it's gone now, so that's good.
So
All right.
Dimitri, I trust you too much outwardly, but inwardly, I'm gonna take advantage of you.
Oh, there we go. Let's hear.
Oh,
My speaker, so it's not me.
poor Dimitri. All right. Well, the feedback is gone, so that's good. Okay. So does everybody have all their connections?
Let me make this bigger so I can read this and I'm not sitting here squinting at it like, yes, Zara. Oh, yes, that's right. Let me read my notes real fast here.
So here is what I think is going down, and you all feel free to correct me. Zara and Antoinette go to the same college, and Antoinette is getting her doctorate in mythology. And basic premise is that vampires are real, and I can prove it. Dimitri, it sounds to me like you are a secret board member for this university. Like, this university is important to you somehow. And you've noticed Antoinette for her academic achievements. You've noticed Zara because just the creepy shit she does. You are allowed to curse on this channel. Just saying.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, there we go.
Safia, having just woken up, you remember Dimitri, I believe, from ages past. Maybe it was not the right time, but...
Oh.
Yes.
She turned me into a vampire. There you go. There we go.
Yeah. Scandalous.
So...
Hey, well, there you go.
your what would it be? So, like, the parent vampire is a sire.
In some versions of vampire, yes.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
I don't know. Anyway, so your I don't know what you would call your spawn, but
A scion.
yeah, your scion has risen in the ranks. And so I don't know if you've reconnected before this or what have you, but you've also taken notice around the school and seen these two particular humans or mortals that pique your interest for whatever reasons. And you've all now been invited to this Darkling Ball. Do you arrive together? Do you arrive separately? What are you wearing?
A brocade frock coat with a red rosary.
Mm-hmm.
A tie. There we go.
I think
This.
some of the mortals that don't know any better would look at you like,
You can do that?
that.
Well, actually.
Well, I don't know. How dark are we going with this? Do I expect any of them to live? I'm just kidding.
I mean, they don't have to.
I mean, I'll see what my vampire compatriot plays, and I'll either do that or go completely against it just to create drama. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants to go next?
I think I show up separately. I'm not gonna go like all black for this. I'm going to wear a very dark blue, kind of very, not frilly, but kind of like simple but nice party gown, floor length, heels because I'm short. Probably have like a pretty sparkly hairband.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
I think Antoinette's going to be wearing a slightly feminine tux with like a lace shirt underneath, but pants, low heels. She's definitely arriving separately because I don't know who she would ride with.
No.
She probably actually walked here, which is why she's wearing low heels. Yeah.
So I think Sophia took something out of the university museum from like the it's like an exhibit on ball gowns from like the 1900s or something like that, and it was just like, I don't even know where. I just woke up. I forgot the shoes because I just woke up.
Yep. Basically. And it
Maybe
takes
it
like
actually was one of your dresses.
it takes
I think it
like at
was,
least it takes at least 3 days to get that sleep effect off of you. Yeah.
I forget things. Like, you know, I think I actually live in the museum, or
I mean, yeah, there's enough storage spaces that you could totally have an enclosed coffin with your own sacred dirt or whatever your practices are for resting.
I think maybe I was accidentally shipped as an exhibit. I don't know. And
I like it.
so
I like
literally, like, woke up a couple days ago and there, that
And
they were opening the crates.
coincidentally,
and I
you
was like,
Stop my
hey,
beautiful
what's
house.
going on, folks? And I was like, oops. Yeah, it was like I've gotten
so
like
the mummy went on walkabout.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think that this is like the best overnight at night at the museum, except with vampires.
It was probably for the people who opened the crate the worst.
Yes. Yes.
But I think Dimitri and I arrived together. What do you think?
That's up to you. I was either going to play it up that I haven't seen you in forever and a day, and this would be the first time I've seen you in the flesh. I could, if you wanted me to do that, or we can show up together. Which do you prefer?
No, I think we show up separately.
Gotcha. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
I think I know what I'm gonna do here.
It's a surprise.
I'm gonna make it up as I go, but I have an idea. That's what I'm gonna do.
So this gala is being held in the main atrium of the museum. Coincidentally, it makes it super easy for you. You don't have to go very far. You heard the music, and came to see what was up. Anyway, so the atrium, there are huge dark curtains that have been put over all of the stained glass windows, just in case. There are several different different rooms with different activities. There is a dance hall that has a DJ and flashing lights. There is another room where there is classic waltzing done with a 6-piece string section. There is a section that is for mingling. And then there is a labyrinth that has been set up through a lot of the ancient displays, so that, if you want to get to know somebody intellectually and they've been alive for a few hundred years, they could actually tell you firsthand about various pieces. So those are the things that are set up. Obviously, there's a bar, and there is there's going to be an opening ceremony soon by the dean of the history department, who has an inordinate amount of power in the city, despite, the history department not being looked at very frequently. So, you all have arrived. Where are you going to go to first?
The bar.
The bar.
Yeah.
Oh. I will go as well then.
A vodka double. She downs that one really fast, and then orders another that she then sips a little more calmly.
Mm-hmm.
I just get a rum and coke.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask Sophia, are you also going to go to the bar, or are you still gonna scope out the area?
I'm gonna go to the bar. I've got a cell phone that that I took from my wake up meal, and I've been playing with it for a few hours, and
roll a d6 for me, because that is playing into your hunt for blood and commune with the elders.
oh wait, that's not a D. Wait, where's a good one? There it is. All right, that is a 6.
Okay, so you get 3 angst.
Ooh. All right.
And so just keep in mind that you can use your moves. For mortals, you can you have your mortal moves. Vampires, you have your vampire moves. And when and I will tell you if you get to trade it out for a move from the opposite side. So, you're all at the bar. Dimitri, did you have something that you wanted to say?
I was going to begin my vampire creepiness on
Oh.
Antoinette.
Oh, please do.
Oh boy.
So soon.
Is it going to be a tough night? You drank that so quickly.
I find starting the evening with a little with a buzz, it's easier to maintain if you just get it under your belt real fast.
I see. And what was that drink you had? What is it called?
Vodka.
Oh, no thanks. I do not drink vodka.
Rum?
No. Something far darker. So,
Jaeger?
I do not know this Jaeger.
You probably shouldn't then. It's got a consistency.
So they say. So, how goes your research?
Hopefully it'll go a lot better after this evening.
Oh. Do you intend to learn something here?
One can only hope. I mean, it is a ball. I mean, so many opportunities to mingle and meet people.
And yet you are here. Why not go out there?
Well, you gotta start somewhere. I mean, I'm meeting you after all.
Well, I already know you, Antoinette.
I'm
Your research
noticing.
has piqued my interest.
You are interested in early vampire mythology?
Yes. Don't you see, I've dressed the part for the night.
Oh, I thought it was because it was a costume ball.
Yes. I dressed the part.
Right.
So tell me, what is it that you know so much about me?
She steps back and looks you up and down for a second. Well, I notice you have absolutely fabulous taste in fashion.
Thank you. It was made for me.
Your tailor should be commended.
I will tell him such.
The bartender looks over at you and says, what type is your specialty?
I will look at the bartender. Whatever you have on tap.
We have O negative and AB positive.
Oh, we'll be fine.
And he goes and pours, and the cup is a little warm, which is delightful. It smells very fresh.
Just right. I'm sorry, Antoinette. Go on.
No, I absolutely, you should make sure you are not thirsty at all.
I was just getting into the theme of the party.
I can see that.
So, Zara, you're right down the bar from this. And, Sophia, you're also right down the bar from this.
Oh goodness. This is kind of a little awkward for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of take my drink, because I've already gotten it, and kind of look around the room, because what I'm looking for is either a staircase or a higher vantage point where I can see the entire party.
Sure.
And it's not it doesn't necessarily have to be somewhere that's part of the party. I just want something that's kind of overlooking it.
So there is a balcony section to the main atrium that's looking over the bar and and you can kind of see over into the room in the waltzing, but it is blocked off right now.
With what?
There are two official-looking people with sunglasses on, for some reason, indoors, standing on either side of the stairway, and there is a velvet rope in between them.
Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. She would take her drink and she would walk up to the scary-looking people in the sunglasses. Is this a VIP section, or is just this section of the museum just closed?
It is currently closed until after the opening ceremony.
So it will be open a little bit later.
It will be, yes.
Because that looks like the best view in the... That looks like the best view of the party.
Well, once the ceremony is over, then there will be something to watch.
Good to know. I will be back.
All right.
So, since she's been denied the balcony, she's either going to see if there's, like, another staircase up there, and under the guise of, like, kind of finding another angle for the room, because she just wants to look at all the pretty people.
Sure. If you want to, spend, do you have 3 angst?
I do. I have exactly 3 angst.
You can use one of your moves to get a vampire to do something for you.
Ooh. Or you could sneak up there and evade detection.
You could.
That only costs 2 as opposed to 3.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm going to do that.
Very good. So how do you distract the guards enough, or what distraction are you hoping will happen so that you can get a better view?
I'm hoping there's somebody else dumb enough to try to get up there. Because I can't be the only person who's had this thought.
So if you look up, you will see a person in a beautiful, striking black dress with shoulder cutouts, a few different necklaces draped, very, very pale skin, like, could be translucent, but might also be marble. And they are basically overseeing everything.
From up there?
From up there.
Ooh, okay. Can I catch her eye?
So, if you do that, you're not going to be doing evade detection.
True. Although,
You
I'm trying to evade
might be
guards
getting-
detection.
You
Let's
might
see.
be getting someone to meet with you, though.
That's true. Do I catch her eye?
I'm going to make a roll for that, because stuff. Ah! She seems a little distracted.
Ooh, can I see what she's being distracted by?
Sure. You follow her eye line, and she's actually looking toward the bar. And she is, looking a little over Dimitri to, this tall, describe Sophia again.
She's tall. She's got on like a Edwardian ball
Yeah.
gown. Kind of big eyes and like a happy.
Yeah. So she's staring intently at Safia with a slight smile on her face.
And I'm playing with this phone, like I'm making the ringtones, changing ringtones.
What are you scrolling through? Like, are you scrolling through songs, or are you scrolling through the different sounds?
No, I'm literally looking at the ringtones right now.
Gotcha.
Like you can hear like the duck, and then there's like, like the little like do 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 song.
Yeah. Yep, that.
That one.
Everybody's got a Nokia.
Or it has had one.
And I'm also sending, like, I don't know, I am doing many things with this phone. Like
Your brain is waking up and you're processing what this thing can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I've taken pictures. I got it so that it makes a camera sound. It took me a while to figure out, oh, that's an interesting way to take
Take a portrait? Yes.
whatever they're called,
Right. I'm going to abandon my quest to get up into the balcony, and I'm going to investigate what this tall lady in the fancy dress is doing with this phone, because she looks very intent, and I want to see what her Candy Crush score is, because that's the only thing I can think of that she could be doing so intently. So I'm gonna go back to the bar, but over on Sophia's end of it this time, and I'm going to see if I can peek at her screen. What is she up to? That's not Candy Crush.
That's somebody bought a ringtone for like 8-bit Dark Horse. Yeah. And I'm just playing that over and over again, just like this is the bee's knees.
Do you say that out loud? This is the bee's knees.
Yes. Yeah. And I've also been overhearing, like, for a while I was just like, I know that voice, but I was really distracted by the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of cluing in. I was like, I don't know. This is cool.
There are more ringtones in the menu if you kind of tap that part of the screen.
Oh, I know. I don't like those though.
Got it. Do you know the person on the balcony? She's been staring at you for a while.
That bitch? Yeah.
Yes. Her name is Fortune. That's not her real name, but that's what she's been going by for the last 200 years.
That's misfortunate fortune.
I see.
Yeah. I don't really know much more about her. It's coming back to me. I looked at her and I was like, oh, I don't like you. So I'll figure out.
She's quite taken with you, and you are quite taken with this phone.
Oh, is that what this is? They said it was a cell, and I was like, waiting for it to.
You can make calls on it. It's a telephone, but it can also be a camera. It could also play like music.
Like, where's the crank?
There. She like closes closes whatever app you're looking at, and then she like calls up Spotify. What kind of music do you? What's your favorite song?
I really like Chopin.
Okay, I can work with that. So she calls up like an entire list of like I think she calls up the "This is Chopin" list on Spotify. It's just sort of like, was there a particular piece you had in mind? And she just taps one at random, and like a prelude starts coming out of the phone.
Where are they?
It's a recording.
Oh wow, that's cool. So can I record things?
It does have a voice recorder, yes. It also has a video recorder as well.
Did you make these?
I did not make those, but I have one.
I've noticed everybody has one. Like, it was so easy to sneak up on somebody because they were looking into their phone. They never saw me coming. It was great.
Blink, blink.
Like gone in a flash.
That is a problem. Sometimes this can be very, very distracting.
Yes.
Dimitri, you're hearing a very familiar voice from down the bar talking to somebody about a phone.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Gotcha. I'll look over. Antoinette,
Yes, dear.
do you see down over there at the end of the bar? You see that lovely woman?
I do.
She looks like a flower in the sunset. Her name is Safia. She was once called the Terror of Mozambique. Go, talk to her. Will you do me this favor? In exchange, I will give you something. course, I can't get my prop. Kind of all badass over here. So.
How many angst do you have? Like, are you trying to implant this suggestion into her mind?
No, I'm literally going to try to bribe her.
Okay, great. I like it. Let's go.
Holy crap, what is this?
You're the professor? We'll find out. But go tell her that Dimitri said hi. Please.
And you're gonna wait here while I go hit on a girl for you.
Well, not here.
But you want me to go hit on a girl for you?
Please.
Can I hit on a girl for me?
Just deliver that message, and whatever you do is of your concern, not mine.
Alright.
And I'll spend a point of angst to watch from the shadows.
Great.
So I'll do that Batman vanish. She's like, all right, and I'm fucking gone.
There you go. Perfect.
Meanwhile, I think we're going through all the classical masters on Spotify.
And
yeah.
favoriting them.
See,
Follow.
Yes.
Oh yes,
I have chosen my theme song for Safia and I, and so I'm listening to it. So
Oh, what is your what is your theme song? I have to listen.
Love on a Tombstone. It's the Addams Family waltz between Gomez and Morticia. So.
Oh, that's great.
So when we dance, you know what to play in your head.
Gotcha. Okay.
Antoinette takes her drink, moseys down to the other end of the bar.
I'll watch from the shadows.
You know Zara.
Z, what's up?
Hi. Not much. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
Sophia.
Sophia. I'm kind of showing Sophia how to call up music on Spotify.
Ah. One as lovely as you deserves to have music playing at every possible moment.
And with Spotify, you can.
This is true. I personally prefer, Google Music, but, to each their own.
Who's Google Music?
Different application. Same concept, though.
Okay.
Well, it was lovely to meet you. I will see you again as the party progresses.
Oh, you're
And
leaving?
I'm going to view the rest of the party from another vantage point. But it was lovely to meet you.
Stay away from Fortune. She's terrible.
Duly noted. And Zara kind of sidles away and other side of the room.
Fortune is beckoning to you as you move away.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I'm so curious.
Fortune is favoring the bold.
How bold am I feeling?
So we'll cut to that in a minute.
Okay.
Your gown is simply divine.
Thank you. I've had it for ages. Literally.
Oh,
Yeah. So I've heard a lot about you.
Really?
I've heard a lot of things. Yes.
good
I
things, I
heard-
hope.
Well, it was mostly like mumbling and just sort of rambling from like the some museum staff were talking about something and they were something about a library, going to the library, and then I heard that you do something with like folklore or something, mythology.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
studying early vampire mythology.
That's really funny. You believe in that?
I think, like all folklore, there's some basis in reality. How much of it is what I'm still trying to figure out.
So,
I mean, like the garlic thing. I don't understand the garlic thing. I mean, the steaks thing. I totally understand. Drive a steak
Garlic.
through anybody's heart, they're gonna die.
Garlic?
Kind of some. Yeah, supposedly vampires don't like garlic, but like, who doesn't like garlic, and why garlic? I mean, of all things, garlic,
I love garlic.
right?
Yeah. I mean, it makes a really good garnish. Sort of hides the stench of blood. It's really good. Like if you know. Oh,
I suppose that's a thing that, yeah, I can see how that would work.
yeah. Yeah. The garlic's great. And the steak, like, I mean, there are vegetarian vampires.
What would a vegetarian? I mean, do they eat beet juice? I mean, what kind of vegetarian are we talking? Are we just like, are we like no humans vegetarian? Or are we just like, no, we actually mean vegetables vegetarian? Because those are very, very different things.
No, I mean that they were vegetarians before they became vampires. They
Oh,
they, preferred vegetarian blood of vegetarians.
that makes a certain amount of sense, I suppose.
Well, you have to go by like your evolutionary diet. I heard a lot
Eh,
about that lately.
yeah, that's all hokum. I mean, if we were supposed to eat like we ate like 10,000 years ago, don't you think we would have not evolved past 10,000 years ago? I mean,
Well, I think food was much better at least 5,000 years ago. Definitely. Better diet. Better grains.
I don't know. Old grains are making a comeback. The whole ancient grain movement is a thing. Like the amaranth is coming back, and they're like trying to do the quinoa thing, and there's the neth, and there's the what's the other one? I can never remember that other grain. But yeah, they're making a comeback.
Oh, where did they go?
Uh, white people.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, they came in and they're like, oh, bread and wheat is better, so you must eat it. And yeah, next thing you know, like whole swaths of culinary achievements are lost.
Yeah. Hey, do you know that man over there that you were talking to?
Oh yeah, Dimitri told me to tell you hello.
That's all he had to say? Was hello?
Yes.
Tell him howdy. All he had to say was hello? Where'd he go?
I feel like he was a little too shy to talk to or something. I don't know.
To me?
I'm just saying, why waste your time with him when there are plenty of people who have the courage to come up and talk to you?
Well, I mean, I'm happy to mingle. Just have a history. Been a long time. But you're right.
X.
So, panning the camera over, Zara is being beckoned up the stairs, and the men who were holding guard at the foot of the stairs, they now make way for you.
Excellent. I get up in the balcony. Okay. So I go up the stairs, pretending to be very dignified, but inside I'm like, ooh, I get to actually see what's up there. I'm a little nervous because Sophia said maybe I shouldn't. I should stay away from Fortune, but I'm intrigued, and also it gets me on the balcony.
Yes. I see that you are an observant butterfly. Does the butterfly have a name?
I bet she's calling her some kind of insect right now.
Mizara. And this balcony looks like it has the best view of it does have the best view of the party. Oh, look at her dress.
It does indeed. I see that you are also a fan of the people watching.
Oh, yes. I love watching people.
Would you like to see a show?
What sort of show were you thinking?
She snaps her fingers and the lights go out. And everyone who is a vampire, if they look up, you see their eyes glowing. She snaps her fingers again, and the lights come back up. The opening ceremony will begin in 5 minutes.
Alrighty
Never would be
then.
subtle, I'll tell you that.
That was really cool.
I am glad you enjoyed it. Tell me, darling, what brings you to such an auspicious occasion?
I was invited.
Yes, I know you were, but you had the choice whether or not to come.
I heard that this party would be a magical experience, and I'm very into magical experiences.
Well, it certainly will be magical for anyone who converses with you.
Oh, well, I thank you.
Well, I will not keep you from mingling, but we do have to reserve this area for just a few moments longer. I have to meet with officials.
But it will be open later.
It will be.
Excellent. It was lovely to meet you.
Enjoy the party, Zara.
I think I will. And Zara just kind of bounces down the stairs.
Anyone who is watching Fortune will see that there are a few other people with kind of shiny eyes coming out of the shadows to talk to her. Dimitri, because I forgot about this part.
Sure.
When you spent your angst, one thing that you noticed as you disappeared was that another vampire went up to the bar and ordered something deep in red, which you are very familiar with, but it wasn't the same tap that you had.
Somebody got the AB.
They have come to rest in a corner close to yours, and they all of a sudden look a little... I don't know if you could get any paler, but something is definitely amiss. Just something to keep an eye on. So, when the lights went out and came back on, were there reactions? Anything like that?
Show off.
Just tacky. So tacky.
I mean, if you want to show that you got power, there's easier ways to do it. I mean, it's just... Remember kindergarten when the teacher was trying to get your attention and she'd flicker the lights? That's what this reminds me of.
Okay. Just no class. No class.
Absolutely. 5 minutes passes, and the string sextet has shown up in front of the balcony on the lower area, and they do their do 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 do. It's like a hey, stuff come this way. Everybody seems to settle down. Fortune, flanked by 4 other vampires of indiscriminate beauty, stands and says, "Good evening, darklings, and welcome to our ball. It is such a delight to see such new faces." And directly looking at Sophia, "A visit from old friends. We are so glad you all could join us for this get-together. It is a night of frivolity. It is a night of passion. It is a night of mystery. Please enjoy yourselves. We do have matchmakers who will be wearing green sashes, and so if you are looking for something specific, you may go see them. There are also wristbands over in front of the dance hall, where you can have color-coded bands to see what you are looking for or what you are available for. Otherwise, if you have official business, you can take it up with Antoine, not Antoinette, but Antoine, And yes, he will bring all immediate business to me. But tonight is not about business, it is about you. Go forth, have fun.
Of course, vampires have a hanky code.
Like, Fortune has to get her, like, start clapping in order for other people to clap that it's over.
Oh my lord.
It's super tacky. And the festivities go on, and she bugs out. Disappears.
Alright, I'm super curious about this wristband code. Are you curious about this wristband code? Because, like, the last time I heard about wristband codes was high school, and that was just, like, weird and probably not true, and, like, half the girls who were wearing the bands didn't know what they were supposed to mean, and, like, half of them were using one list, and the other half were using a different list, and that didn't match, and it got awkward real fast.
I bet.
For fans.
I've never tried fans.
So, the way you hold a fan can say a lot. And it was always a really helpful way to, I mean, you would go one place and you would know the people had their code. But if you were hunting, then we had our own code. So if you held the fan like this, it was, she's mine. And as I do that, holding, like, not a fan, but doing it, I look over at Dimitri for a second, in his vicinity, where I think he might be.
Where you
His like little shadow.
Yes. So if you do this, it means, you know, she's mine. But if you put it like this and tap it like this, we meant, where have you been?
You notice that there are actually a few other vampires who have some passage of time on their persons, and they are carrying fans. And so they see Safia doing this, and they nod respectfully and move on, because they were looking at Antoinette, and now they are not.
Blamed.
They're
called
not.
dibs.
They're not really sure what the "where have you been" signal was for, because they don't recognize her, so they figure it wasn't a message for them. Dimitri, do you see any of this?
Of course, I'm watching like a creeper from the corner.
Great.
I didn't want to say that, but I was thinking it.
I just love that you turned out all your lights too.
Oh yes, thank you. I was like,
Yeah, that's a great effect.
I'm extra. It's okay. That being said, I would love to appear next to Zara for a second.
Actually, Zara was, after the announcement, was kind of like finding another like vantage point to watch the party, and probably bumps into your shadowy corner.
All right.
Convenient.
Ooh. Excuse me.
Are you
I did not see you.
It's all the black. Certain.
You do blend in quite well.
When I want to.
Dimitri, you're very quiet and no one can hear you.
Hello? Can we hear me now?
Yes.
I'm
Just
being
need to be a titch
I'm
louder.
being too whispering sweet nothing.
I mean, that's great. Just everyone needs to hear you while you do it.
Gotcha. All right. It must be all the black. I'm hard to see when I want to be. So, interested in getting upstairs, are we?
I imagine the view of the party is even better up there, and from the glimpse I did have, it is quite true. They did say it would be open after the opening ceremonies, but
But
I'm trying to figure out ways to get up there before then.
The opening ceremonies are over.
Oh,
That
okay,
was it.
then, so it's probably open. That's it? Really? I was expecting a little bit more. But,
we are nothing if not pompous. I've seen you around, Zara. Prancing here about. You have bit of life in you.
Well, if you can't enjoy what you're doing, why do it?
I suppose there is wisdom in that.
Would you like to find a shadowy corner up in the balcony?
Sure. Why not?
Dimitri, do you have a fan?
How forward?
Me?
Yeah, do you have a fan?
No.
You don't
I
don't
have
believe
other
in that
plans here.
archaic I was looking for my fan. But the
Yeah,
the
I got
communication
I got everything else. I've got coins, I've got blood, I've got everything else, but I don't have a fan. I'm
Alright.
sorry.
That's okay.
Do I have a fan? I do
Yeah,
have a fan
I don't have a
somewhere. Hang
fan.
on.
I know I
even
have one.
have pimp classes, but that's not helping me right now.
I mean, it is never a wrong occasion for pimp classes.
You want to go upstairs? Why, of course I
Of course, yes.
do.
I would like to have a better view of this party.
Okay.
And you also seem to be lurking in the periphery, so company is always welcome.
Safia, were you kind of looking for Dimitri in your periphery?
Oh yeah. I was doing that sign.
Yeah.
This general direction.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So then you do notice that he is going upstairs with Zara, the person that you were talking to about phones.
Right. Well, at least she's not with
Oh
Fortune.
my god. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
We
no.
have to pause for a quick second.
Okay.
I just got a message from one of our viewers who happens to know my house very well. Hold on.
Oh
I
no,
must vanish.
Does the viewer know where your fan is?
probably.
So while he goes in search for your fan,
Amazing.
It's literally right next to me. I just got a message. There's a fan
Wow.
in the window. So
That's
That
amazing.
is amazing, yes.
That is
never
so
mind.
I'm really
Thank you,
hoping the
viewer.
I'm really hoping the viewer actually knows you and isn't just like a random creeper from a channel.
Yeah,
who's been,
that
like,
would be creepy.
obsessively
Yes, no, indeed.
Just
And
like
it
you
does
may
help.
find a fan directly next to you. Who is this?
Exactly.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh, it's coming
Exactly.
from the house.
oh man.
All right, so yes. All right,
There it
sorry to
is.
interrupt. I just got that message and was like, what? Can you believe it? Pimp glasses and a fan? This is great. All right, go
All
ahead.
right. So, you've just watched Dimitri go up the stairs with the delightful Zara.
So, how do you know Dimitri?
He's my scion.
Okay, so now does that mean that's a car brand?
Yeah, okay, I'm glad somebody else was thinking that because that was exactly what was going through my head. I
And
was
see-
like, you driving him around like a car?
In
Oh,
my in my world, here on Petty for Tales, Scion is one of our games. One of our
Yeah,
ongoing
oh.
games.
And it's like ancestor more than child.
Yeah, it's the counterpart to sire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I suddenly light bulbs are going off in my head, and
Did you bring a notebook with you?
Absolutely. Why do you think she's wearing a tux that has pockets?
Hey, good thinking.
Can I ask questions?
I don't know. Can you?
May I ask questions?
Of course. I'm an open book.
At
Really?
your age, I think they call it a scroll.
Oh,
I'm
ow.
an unrolled scroll.
How long have you been a vampire?
Oh, anymore. I mean, what year is it?
It's 2020.
Oh. Oh gosh, it's super wild.
year were you last in?
Oh, like 1950? No,
Oh,
40? It's the end of the war.
the big war? Like the second big war?
The Great War, yeah.
Oh, the Great War? That's 1919.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess so. You mean there was another war after that?
Yeah.
I heard rumblings. I mean,
That's a,
I was awake for a little bit, but things are fuzzy. I mean, you wake up, you go on a rampage, and you're like, I should probably go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Oh,
where were you?
all over.
Oh.
I was in spent some time in Egypt, Morocco, Chad, Mozambique. Traveled around Central, North, South. And I went to Europe for a little bit. Went to Russia. Russia was good times. But that was even before that. Yeah. And yeah, all over. I it was recommended to me that I should just see the world because I was going to be here for a long time. So I did.
What was your favorite place?
Hmm. Really, really, really like all of them. Everything's different. I mean, I can't choose because I've seen everything like 3 times at least. So, you know,
I'm sure some of it's changed since the last time you saw it.
well, the cell phone's cool.
Oh. Uh, like she like takes your phone and like pulls up a couple of pictures of like things that have changed in like the last 100 years. Like this is what the Paris skyline looks like now.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. They did pass a law that you couldn't do anything taller than the Eiffel Tower, and so I mean it keeps it sort of okay, but you know, then they did
Did
that
they ever
arc
fix
thing.
the Tower of Pizza?
No, sort of. It still leans, but they've got it so it doesn't keep leaning further, so it hasn't fallen down yet. It's really
Oh,
kind of neat how they kept it propped at that angle.
yeah.
Venice is sinking further. Uh, that's a problem. Like I think they've sunk like another half story or so in the last 100 years or so. Uh,
I was muted on the stream. Anyway, so Dimitri and Zara, you are watching. You're talking. What are you talking about? What are you trying to get at between the two of you?
I think it starts with commentaries on the fashion in the floor below. And I'm not sure where it goes from there.
Dimitri, are you participating in this or just observing creepily?
There will be two things that Dimitri's doing. I will, of course, be looking down at the love of all of eternity, watching her. But I'm also hungry, and I have a really messed up plan. So,
Okay.
after I've taken in kind of the view, as it were, of Safia, I will then turn and very much, in very creepy vampire fashion, just very intense vampire fashion, I will listen to pretty much every word Zara says. To the point, like, where we'll see what she's talking about, but it might be like, oh my god, I'm rambling, and what are you doing? So, I'll let her deal with that,
Oh,
unless
okay.
we're trying to breeze through this.
But yeah, mostly she's observing the fashion and like being like, oh, that one, that dress is beautiful. Look at the detail on that. Just
Yes.
all of the lace trim and everything. Like, I'm pretty sure that is period accurate. Might be
Yes.
from that period.
That is, Christina. I believe she got that in the 16th century from a lovely young seamstress. After she made it, though, she did not survive. It is
Oh,
literally one of a
What
kind.
a waste.
that is unfortunate.
Yes.
But I'm sure that increases the dress's value.
More than you know. She will be the only one to ever wear it.
As
There you
you're
go.
watching, you're seeing some people come out uh, from the maze, and you're noticing a couple of people have some red stains on their shirts. Or if they have their neck showing, they've got something
Bite
like
marks.
like it looks like paint from where you're standing.
I see some people are really getting into party theme down there.
Zara, they did
Yes?
more than just get into theme.
What do you mean?
I mean that that person down there no longer breathes. Just like I don't.
Well, you have to breathe sometimes, otherwise you wouldn't be talking.
If only the world worked the way you thought it did. So at this point in time, I'm going to get a lot closer to Zara, like whisper distance. So I'm like in yo business.
Okay.
Assuming the players is okay with me role playing that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I just want everyone to feel comfortable.
Mm.
So
Proceed.
the world doesn't work that way. I want you to think. Think really carefully. Don't just assume. Can you feel my breath right now? No, you can't. It is simply magic, as it were, that allows me to speak, to walk, to look at you, to enjoy your life, your prancing about. You don't seem too scared.
More intrigued than scared.
Oh. They
I
say
mean,
curiosity killed the cat.
I'm sure it's probably going to do more than that by the end of the evening.
I
But
certainly hope so. But if it works out the way I want it to, it won't be by me.
that gets an eyebrow. Well, if it won't be by you, why are you getting all up in my face then? Sounds to me like you're doing somebody's dirty work for them.
No. More of a gesture. So, I hope you take this as the compliment it's meant to be. But when you give something to someone you love, you have to make sure that it, like a flower, that it is the most lively one around. And you, the most lively person I've seen.
You're giving me like a bouquet of flowers to somebody else.
Yes. I hope you're not upset.
Vaguely disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
Well, I mean, here you are. You're this close to me, talking to me about how you do not breathe, and I'm like, oh, am I going to be seduced here? All right, I'm getting into it. But then you're telling me you're giving me to somebody else, and I'm like, oh, but you're quite attractive.
Well, thank you. Not too many get to see me this way, but I will say.
Andy,
Go ahead.
Andy, you get 2 angst for that.
Oh, honey, you're trying so hard, but he's so gay.
Oh god. That's gonna
I'm
bring
glad
a...
somebody broke before I did.
Okay, I'm sorry, I interrupted that.
All right, we back at it. Should I keep whispering sweet nothings?
Sure, keep going.
All right. Well, few get to see me this way. I don't leave home often. But thank you for that compliment. If I may be so bold, it seems you're quite taken by me, but alas, my heart is spoken for. But that does not mean you can't be mine or hers. So, I'm going to make a bold assumption about what you're wearing, and I will again ask for your permission to touch your character. Okay. I see that you, the player there, have that nice chain necklace. I am going to reach up with my claws, and I'm going to slide my finger through it enough just to hold you and pull you closer.
Ooh, shivery.
It is, of course. If you'll let me.
I wasn't expecting to be asked, so.
Well, you can call me many horrible things. I'm always a gentleman.
Good to know. So, who is the lucky recipient of your gift?
Any person to receive you as a gift is very lucky. So don't you worry about that.
Lay it on thick.
So that being said, I'm going to pull her closer, and I am going to, with the player's permission, of course, attempt to kiss and or feed from her.
Alright.
So, but I'm going to be creepy about it. I'm going to take it from your lips. So.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And there you go.
There.
And since I've got enough fake blood here to, like, create a huge bath, we'll just go ahead now.
There you go. And you can take you can
think
take 2 angst for that, Dimitri.
Gotcha. Thank you. Oh no, I almost
So
bled
was
on
the
my
2
jacket.
earlier for fulfilling get myself in danger? Cause
Yeah. So Safia, I don't know what you're seeing, but it seems like you two are watching intently. Is this accurate, or are you involved with yourselves?
Trying not to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, what is he doing? Is he? Wait, what? Nice moves. But I'm also.
And I'm just kind of like keeping an eye on Zara because she makes horrible decisions sometimes.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to say I am an amazing horrible decision. So.
Look,
Zara would agree.
yes, you are the best horrible decision she's made in a while, but it's still a horrible decision.
And just remember, you guys can spend your angst and use moves.
Yes, I would like to indulge in one of my flaws.
Okay.
I want to go on a slightly jealous fueled hunt.
Oh, I know the perfect place for you to do that. Do you want to be visible? Do you want to be visible to other people, or do you want to just be sneaky about it?
I don't think I'm a sneaky person. I think I'm like, hi, I'm a vampire. I'd like to eat you.
Great.
I wasn't getting a subtle vibe here.
I'm pretty sure you can find somebody at the party that'd be into that.
Yeah. So you have a couple choices. The labyrinth is going to be a secluded hunting ground, but probably more successful. You could go to the dance hall, which is dark but has a lot of flashing lights, and you can definitely find somebody there and probably be as public or as not public as you would like. And then there is the very public music hall that has the sextet playing. People are waltzing. People are living in nostalgia in that room.
I would like to go to that room.
Okay.
But since I think I actually put my fans up in the attic this week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
As I walk by Dimitri's vicinity, Dimitri and Zara's.
Yep, they're up top on that balcony that Fortune was on. And so they're watching.
Okay.
They're watching from above.
So they're watching from up. So I walk by, and I do the "follow me" sign.
Um,
I'm going hunting.
very good.
Then, while I have Zara quite entranced, I'm going to use the fact that I have my claw through her necklace, and I will um, very seductively bring her with me.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
please.
uh,
But I did want to say to Antoinette, since I am not subtle, like, so I've marked you as like hands off to everybody. Would you like to like watch us hunt?
Yes, I would.
All right.
so,
I get to be bait. I get to be bait.
Safia, go ahead and take 2 angst since you're playing into your flaw. And Antoinette, you can as well. You're going into danger.
Oh,
Let's
hell
do
yeah.
this. Let's do this. All right. So, one thing that you notice as you go into the ballroom or the music hall, where they are dancing, there are a couple of people you recognize as vampires. They look ill. They're
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I
they're
got entranced with
sweating.
Zara. Note
They're
to self.
they're sweating a little bit. Their pallor of fake life can't even conceal that they just look like they're wasting.
Is it just me, or does everybody in here look like they got food poisoning?
Yeah, it's Fortune's bad choices of hors d'oeuvres. I don't know. I wouldn't drink the water here or the blood.
I'll stick to the vodka then, because yeah, it's alcohol kills the germs, right? Right there. Yeah, we're gonna go with that theory. Does poisoning blood actually work?
Oh, sure.
Oh,
I mean, you can get drunk from drunk blood.
huh. Good to know.
I see you, Andy. I know exactly where you're at.
Long time ago, it was so fun.
All of a sudden, you hear somebody from the other end of the hall go, "I am a wizard." He's clearly drank off of someone who was high as balls.
Yep, that's where
Huh.
we went.
I okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. If you're gonna do that, I recommend the opium dens better. But do they have opium dens anymore?
Not as much. I mean, so opium gave way to heroin, and heroin, they kind of have dens, but also kind of not so classy. Yeah, that's a good word. More, yeah, less luxe accommodations.
I kept hearing about things like that. Something about a crisis.
Yeah, so painkillers got cheap and then they got expensive, and so when they were expensive, the heroin was cheaper, but it's not as good. Well, I mean, it gets you high, but it's, yeah, and bad effects, and it just gets weird.
And who are they blaming that on now?
Well, the white people, of course, are blaming the brown people. I mean, even though it's mostly white people who are getting affected, because they were the ones who actually got hooked on the drugs in the first place, because the doctors would give them drugs, because again, you know, oh, you're in pain, we'll believe you. But, you know, black person in pain, oh, you must be drug seeking, and yeah, it gets weird.
So, you want to watch?
Yes. I, can I take notes? Is that okay?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
There are a few chairs set up along the sides of the room for people who are waiting for a dance partner. So you can definitely find a place to sit down with your notebook. You get a couple of weird glances, and one of the servers comes over and offers you a drink. There's some sparkling water. There is also another one who comes up with some random hors d'oeuvres, and I can't think of anything other than pigs in a blanket. So that's what
Bacon
we
wrap
got.
scallops.
Yeah, bacon. There you go,
Bacon
bacon wrap
wrap.
salads. So yeah, they offer them to you. You are free to take them or not.
Yeah, she's like, it looks like she's texting, but she's like rapidly taking notes on her phone.
Got it. Got it.
Is, you know, a little less conspicuous than pulling out a notebook.
Dimitri, how soon do you follow?
I got a quick question. So I'm seeing someone looking like they're wasting away.
You're now noticing that there are a couple of people who seem to be wasting away. You can investigate it further if you would like. That is entirely your prerogative.
So, first I'm going to do a quick passing glance. Of the people that don't look so good, is there anything that's a common factor? Are they the one drinking the glass wine? Or are they drinking from all the white bitches? Like, what's the thing I got to worry about? Like, okay.
So you know that they're all vampires, just based on the not breathing thing. You notice that they are drinking from glasses.
And they're not drinking because I feel fine.
That is something that you can definitely deduce.
Well, the other gentleman, that's what I'm guessing. And then I'm looking for patterns, because if it's just random, I'll be like, well, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take my pretty girl and leave. Is what we're gonna sound like.
Which one?
So if both, all of them. I mean, we'll see how smooth talking I can be. How about that?
Sounds good. So yeah, you notice that they are not drinking from people, they are drinking from glasses. Like, they seem like they didn't come here with the day they are looking. So that's what you can discern. But again, you drank from the you feel fine. You don't feel any different than normal. Safia, what kind of person are you looking for?
I like clean people, non-drinkers,
Preferably slow moving.
But not easy catches. Like, yeah.
Okay.
I don't really do the seduction thing so much as like. Hold on. I don't do the seduction thing as much as just. I follow them out and like.
Get in my mouth. Get in my mouth.
When I hear them go, excuse me, I have to go to the ladies' room. I'll follow them in there.
Yep. So Dimitri, I have to formulate what I'm going to do for that. So Dimitri, are you following? What are you doing?
So, not to put you on the spot. So my plan is, whatever Safia does, I'm going to bring my new friend with me, and I'm going to narrate her hunting. But of course, from my eyes, no matter if she, drops him in the bathroom or whatever, it is the most beautiful thing in the world. And I will just narrate that to her. Essentially, kind of, if the player base is okay with this, kind of seducing Zara through me watching the love of my eternity, and just how perfect of a monster she is.
Wonderful.
That's beautiful.
I love that sentence. Excuse me.
Very sweet.
You must love her very much.
So, Safia.
But when it happens, I'll narrate it. That's my plan.
Okay.
So when we get there, I will come up with some creepy ass dialogue.
Okay. So Safia, to meet with your expectations, there are 3 choices that you have. There is a slightly portly gentleman who is dancing delightedly with a couple of other people, waltzing them around as if he knows he's been doing it all his life. doesn't appear to be drinking. The only thing you're smelling on him is just a little bit of exertion, a little bit of sweat from moving around, but he's doing so very gracefully. He does not appear to be taken. There is a woman in her late 50s who is giggling and flirting, clearly enjoying the fact that she feels like she's 30 again and having a couple of beautiful people flirt with her in return. And she is slim, and she's both loving the attention but also keeping her eyes open for other people. Just in case. And then there is a wallflower type person who is just sitting in a chair, a few chairs away from Antoinette, just kind of swaying back and forth with the music, kind of watching the dancers dreamily, and not trying not to draw too much attention to herself, but kind of like, somebody dance with me. A little bit of doe-eyed. So those are the three people that would meet with your standards.
I go to the wallflower.
Okay.
I walk up to the wallflower. I say, do you have a smoke?
No, I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Do you have a tampon?
That I can help you with. And she grabs from under her chair this big bag, and she's
no. Come with me.
Oh, right, 'cause people. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't do this kind of thing often. I'm a little nervous. Anyway, yeah, I can help you out with that. No problem. I think the restrooms are that way. Yeah, that way. And so she'll get up and like kind of
Watch her, my friend Zara, as she finds the antelope separated from the herd, alone by herself. No fancy tricks, nothing. A simple ruse will do to lead her off to, in a less controlled environment, her demise. Enjoy the beauty, the simplicity of it. Do you see? Good.
So I follow this young ingenue.
Yep.
And once she turns the corner, I sort of jump around in front of her. And like, I don't care who's there.
Yep.
I figure it's private enough. It's a party with a bunch of vampires. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are they gonna do? Go, ooh, you're drinking.
Yeah.
Party you're supposed to eat.
So I will have you spend 2 angst for that because you are overpowering a mortal.
Okay.
And you drink. Do you drink deep? Do you kill her or just enough to get to get some satiation?
I think I'm still in that phase where I'm just very hungry all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just woke up kind of hunger and
Just get in my mouth.
yeah, and I like as
In
she's
my
dying,
face.
I'm like, oops, sort of like drop her, like sorry, call an ambulance, walk away.
There are a couple of maitre d's who are like, just be careful. We're trying to not have too many bodies pile up from this. We don't want to scare the rest of them.
Oh, they're not here voluntarily?
Well, some of them are in the know, but some of them are not. So we didn't have the in case of death NDA. You don't know what an NDA is. They didn't agree to die. They mostly came here for matchmaking.
Not dead always? No.
Well, I mean, if you want to turn her, you're welcome to. But otherwise, if you're just planning to feed and let them die, then we would prefer that you not do that. That makes a lot of extra work.
The head of Vampire HR is so mad at you right now.
You're making a mess.
Seriously. I've only had one. I've only sired one person ever. She is not him. Yeah, take her away. Sorry.
Just,
No, he's
you know,
over here narrating a nature documentary to me.
So they pick her up and take her away.
Nature document. Now,
Should I tip you?
now watch as the beautiful vampire leads her there. I tried the nature thing.
That's what was kind of going on in my head
Okay.
anyway. So.
Crikey, this one's a beautiful. Now look at her fangs.
So deadly. Crikey.
This one's a beautiful.
So I'm going after one of the fixers. I'm like, was I supposed to tip you?
I'm sure.
Here you go. And it's like a gold coin something.
Oh, my sister has been looking for these. Thank you. She collects them.
Maybe I got the cold coin from someone too.
So yeah.
So I would love to go with my new friend Zara, go meet up with Antoinette while she's sitting there scurrying and writing in her notes, if that's okay.
Sure. Go for it.
I'm gonna go fix my face.
Mm-hmm.
Powder my nose.
You got a little something. Yeah.
Having fun.
Right there.
Ooh,
Yes.
you're taking notes. Is it for the paper?
Yes. She said I could.
Well, good. Please, keep taking notes. She'll be out soon, and I want to make sure you write down every detail.
He's been narrating it. He's really good at it.
Thank
have
you,
you
Zara.
watched her lots of times doing this? I mean, she said you're her scion?
Yes.
So you've been together for what, like, decades?
Oh, is this the lady with the phone?
Yes, the lady with the phone.
Oh.
Oh,
Off and on for centuries.
Oh,
Oh, that's so romantic.
and all you had to say when you saw her was hello? I mean, seriously, you send somebody to hit on her, and you don't even go say. Men.
So I'm gonna grab Antoinette by the cheeks like this. If that's all right with the player, I don't
Yeah.
want to. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
we're not in person, so go for it.
yeah. Well, it's still. Yeah, I still like. Yeah. So.
No, I do appreciate all the asking and checking in.
Yeah. Shh. When you're planning the symphony, you have to start the music somehow.
That was more like the surprise symphony, if you ask me.
Sophia, you come out of the bathroom and you see Dimitri holding your catch, like this, with a finger to her mouth.
Well, I have the finger to my mouth.
Or yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's a little different, subtle difference.
Oh.
Downstroke, upstroke. I'm glad everyone knows their parts. Keep writing.
Yes, see, the symphony metaphor only goes so far. I mean, because that implies that you're the conductor, and if you're the conductor, what does that make Sophia? Because, I mean, if you're a symphony, then everybody plays together. There's no one voice that stands out more than another. It's all about the harmony between all the parts, not just somebody starts it first.
So far, I prefer your rambling, Zara. Right.
Ooh.
So as I'm coming out of the bathroom, I'm like fanning myself, and I have a little compact, and I'm like looking. I'm like, oh, gosh, that spot. And then I look up, and I'm just like, Well, you're filling your dance card really fast, aren't you? Were you going to say hello to me ever?
My night
I
flower.
thought you did.
I mean, like, out of your own mouth. Like,
He
hello,
fancies himself
Sophia.
a conductor or something.
Yes, he is.
Hello, Sophia.
Hello, Dimitri.
I haven't seen you in decades.
Yes,
Since
I
the
got
war
tired.
began.
I got tired of the war.
I
Where have
last
you
saw
been?
you walk off into a cloud of gas. Never to see you until this night.
Well, I had to.
And every night without you has been its own beautiful agony.
You're so sweet.
You should buy this.
And I knew you would be here. So I came out of my home, where I have stayed for nearly every night that I could without you.
Are
Oh
you
my god,
really?
this is better than anime.
Are you really a college administrator?
No, I barely know how to write English.
You can
Simply
still speak it though.
pass the time. Have you met Zara? I believe I saw you talking to her.
Yes.
Yes, I was showing her music.
You do
Yes,
not.
she was. Isn't she adorable?
I have watched her for many nights move throughout this world with so much life.
Wait a second, you just said that you spent every night that you could alone. How can you be watching her and...
Alright. Shh, shh, shh. When you survive centuries to meet your love again, then you can have commentary. Until then, just write.
I'm sorry, but your like game is weak, dude.
He's
Regardless.
trying really hard.
He's trying, but he's doing it so badly. I mean...
It's not to your taste.
You notice that other people are giving you guys some room, because they're like, "Oh, this is gonna get real. Let's go. Move back a little. Let's get a good view. I want to. If there's blood splatter, I don't want it on my clothes, but I do want to watch."
But I want to watch.
This one is yours, Sophia. So I cannot touch her, and I would not dare offend you
Zara?
in such a way. No, I point to Antoinette.
Oh.
You did the
Oh.
symbol. That one's mine, so it's yours. I can't touch her without your permission. So I'm
Oh,
going to keep
oh,
going.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you deserve
Alright,
so much
we-
better than this. So much better.
It's cute.
I agree.
Regardless, Zara moves through the night with such life.
She does. We should
And-
make sure that she is okay, gets home safely. Trust me.
I'm usually all right. But thank you for being concerned.
But
You
I
should, like,
brought her
pat your hand.
for you. And if you want her to go home and live out her life, then that is what I will do.
Yeah,
But
it's not you, Zara. I mean, well, it is
It's
sort of.
not you, but it's me. It's not you, it's me.
Man, turned down twice in one night. But you guys are being so nice about it, so I can't be mad.
I
Text
feel
me,
like
I guess.
you've got more to offer. Your spunk is very, very adorable.
Thank you, I think.
And you know what? The other thing really is that, like, Fortune was just looking too hard at you, and I feel like she shouldn't have you, and so you should probably just go home. But I think we should also just hang out. And Antoinette, I really want you to, like, tell her story. Just change my name, okay?
No problem. What would you like it to be?
Sophia?
I can totally make that change.
I have
Excellent.
to go home right now?
No. I'm a little peckish, honestly.
You hear a couple of screams from the main hall, and some panicked looks, from the people in the ballroom.
What's going on in that thread?
Do you think there's going to be violence?
One can only hope.
So, I will assume that while I was giving my serenade to the love of my eternity, I was slowly getting on my knees. But after it sounds like there might be a fight, I'm not very useful on my knees right now. So I will get up.
Fighting? Maybe not on the knees. Other things?
Sophia, the wasting sickness seems to have affected some here.
I still think it was food poisoning.
No,
I don't know.
it is affecting only the creatures of the night. I have noticed
Yes.
that others who have partaken of the hors d'oeuvres, some seem to be not feeling too well.
Just as you finish,
Food
just as you
poisoning.
finish saying that, one of the ones in the far corner of the ballroom collapses, and starts, like, the skin starts shriveling. The fangs become ever more pronounced, and his skin just all of a sudden seems too tight for the rest of his face.
Dimitri, I don't feel good about this place. Why don't we go to the Dunkin' Donuts? Bring our friends. I'm really intrigued by this Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh god,
They have-
two vampires walk into a Dunkin' Donuts. Like the most
Yeah.
Massachusetts thing ever.
I'll take
Donut?
I'll take the chocolate frostings. What is it that you want, my dear? Oh yes, and the glazed, and jelly filled.
Yes, please, jelly and a Boston cream.
It's our anniversary.
You know what? That's just the perfect ending. I'm not even going to bring in the blood pox or anything like that. We can end it right there. Two
Oh, okay.
vampires and
Nice.
two enthralled humans go to a Dunkin' Donuts and have a great time. And this is
How
like,
did you spend your night, Zara? Well, a
Well, I went to
vampire bought me a
Dunkin'
coffee.
yeah.
After whispering
Sober
sweet
up.
nothings into my ear for 2 hours, I got coffee. I'm a little upset.
And then it was like, you know, the tape recorder goes for Antoinette, and we're just like, no, I was born in 900.
But then there were some epic stories told.
Yes.
The coffee.
But they very
Oh.
often
See,
involve, like,
I didn't know we were ending it. I was going to make up some bullshit because I'm really good at it. I was like, oh no, it's poison, just like in London of 1965. Clearly, I was just going to make up some shit and just...
Oh, but I love that. I love that kind of thing. Apparently, this is supposed to go for 2 to 3 sessions, but we only have 1. And honestly, I love a good happy ending. And this was spooky without being too scary, and sweet and adorable, creepy but adorable.
the crispy
So
creepy
we
was
just-
awesome.
Crispy
We just formed,
creepies.
like,
Crispy creepies.
so we just form a like 1 in the morning coffee group.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
1 a.m. cup, and Antoinette goes on to have Dimitri and Sophia help her with her dissertation to prove that vampires could have been real but are totally not real now, so no one has to
I mean,
panic.
she can write it, just no one's ever going to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've read like exactly 1 dissertation in my life, and that was my husband's because I needed to, because he needed somebody to proofread it.
Yeah.
But
But it could also
I mean,
be...
yeah, that's true. Sometimes with some dissertations, yeah, you're the only one that's going to read it, so it's out there. Secrets of the Vampires are on the shelves, but nobody's reading
No
it. What?
one's looking for it.
Yep.
It could also be that,
No
you know,
university
they'd have to
press.
turn you in order for you to publish your stuff, so you would have a
oh
mysterious
no,
death.
not that! Yes, the horror.
Oh no. Thank you guys so much, and I'm sorry to cut it off before we got to meat and potatoes, but it is actually getting late for some of you, so... And I know not everybody stays up till 4 in the morning like I do, because I am a vampire. Wah-ha-ha.
Well, I'm on the West
One.
Coast, so to me it's only 8:30. So I'm like,
Oh,
You
your night is
lucky.
young.
yeah, so I was like,
Literally go to the Dunkin' Donuts.
oh.
As you are.
So I'm a vampire LARPer. I have been to many a late
Denny's.
night Denny's and all
Denny's.
that.
Yeah.
Still in my
Yep.
getup. I love it when I had silvered out all of my hair and my beard, and I think the manager had a crush on me
Nice.
because there was no reason to talk to me for that long every time.
You were the only one there.
He also may have been
No,
super
it was
bored.
very busy.
Oh,
Very
okay.
busy play, but it was just like, oh, our table's ready, and it's just like you're still talking to me, and I look really weird, and you're not asking me why I look weird.
And
Which is usually
in
the
my
first question,
experience, like Denny's wait staff just love like either the goth club emptying or like the LARP emptying because it's like the highlight of their night. They're like, oh god, thank God, interesting people. We're
How-
going
yeah,
to
I've got
tip
my
well.
goth
How
on
many-
my knees.
How
all that.
many overnight wait staff at Denny's do you think are vampires? Like legit vampires.
Okay.
My people.
I mean, it would be the perfect cover. I mean,
It
Well-
would be.
Welcome to Denny's. Would you like a grand slam? You know, it's all good.
Grand sandwich now? Thank you.
Yes.
I swear the manager, the one in Holyoke, sounded like that.
So, my friends, real quick, one more time, where can people find you on the internet or your projects? Start again from the top with Andy.
Oh, okay. So, where can people find me on the internet? Pretty much, if you Google Anagram of Brat, that's me. I'm the only person using that nickname. So, I'm on Twitch. I'm on Instagram. In a few other places. I'm theoretically keeping a game blog that I never update, but you can read my past stuff.
And you
And
have a
that's
beading
it.
store.
Oh, yes, that's right. I have a beading store. I do like Kiki beaded jewelry and like wall tapestries, although I have to actually start doing that again. And I'm also planning on streaming me making stuff too. So.
And Misha, where can people find you on the internet?
Hi, I'm Misha B. You can find me on my website, blackgirlgameworks.com, or as BG Gameworks on Twitter. You can also find some of the stuff I do at, I'm one of the curators for More Seats at the Table, which is a bi-weekly newsletter highlighting games from gender marginalized people, so women, trans people, genderqueer people, non-binary people, and we try to find Kickstarters and webs, blogs, and games that they are producing and put them out in a easy to consume format so that you can find these too and consume them and buy them and support their work, because we need more voices out in the world. So that's moreseatsathetable.com, and you can sign up for the newsletter. The newsletter is free, but if you want to support us, we're cool. There's ways to do that too. It's fine.
Absolutely. And Adam.
You can find me on Instagram as Vampire Interpreter. So other places you can find me when COVID dissipates. I'm very active in the vampire LARP scene. I also am streaming through Helmgast, who is the license holder for Cult Divinity Lost, a horror game. I'm running Sinners and Saints Tuesdays on their Twitch channel. Next week is our finale of season 1, in which I'm intentionally writing myself into a corner. Hopefully I can come up with some ideas for season 2. So come and if you want to see me creepy with fangs and blood and potentially being a little romantic and with people, that was last episode. So maybe you can come have fun with that.
Nice. And Julia.
All right. So you can find me Queen of Pirates, OV Pirates, at Instagram and Twitter. I am not a prolific poster, so don't expect me to talk about much. But I like to post pictures of terrariums and flowers and shrimp.
Terrariums
fish.
of flowers?
Yes. And
okay.
vivariums and aquariums and glass boxes with life in them.
And your amazing costumes.
Yes, I do make costumes, but that's like once a year.
Yeah.
For Halloween.
They're still epic.
And I hear you've got a new LARP out that you want to tell people about.
I do.
Yes,
So
please
Sinking
take
Ship-
5 minutes. Do it.
Yes. All right. So Sinking Ship Creations is producing my LARP, mine and Kat Jones' LARP called We Are Necropolis, and it is a LARP about vampires, but also gentrification and ghettoization, and pandemics, but not really pandemics because we're talking about vampires. So it's we were trying to think of a catchphrase. The catchphrase that seemed to match the best was "What we do in the shadows meets Sorry to bother you." And I think there are some audience tickets still available. It is sold out, and it sold out the day that it was released. So it's likely that we will run it again. But you can still play an audience member. There's an interactive piece where you are going to be doing social media. Yeah, but not like in a closed system. And it's entirely on Zoom. And yes, stay tuned for that. I also, with Kat Jones, have a LARP out in Honey and Hot Wax, which is an anthology of erotic games, and that is from Pelgrane Press.
Pelgrane Press makes good stuff.
Yeah, they do. I'm in a few other anthologies, like short story anthologies there, but like my current stuff is We Are Necropolis and our game The Sleepover. We have other stuff. And then you can find me on Zoom in a classroom teaching special ed.
But don't Zoom bomber, because then bad things happen.
Yeah. Don't do that. That will I won't be happy. You won't like me when I'm unhappy.
You'll get Mrs. Ellenbow instead of Julia, and it's a totally different.
Mrs. Ellenbow is. I'm gonna squash you like a bug.
And I'm gonna smile the whole way through. Awesome. And like I said, we will have notes for everybody here with links to their wonderful projects. I'm Spence. You can catch me here on this channel on Sundays for Pathfinder Age of Ashes. I am sad to announce that Static Dawn has had to come to an abrupt close due to scheduling conflicts from my players, so we will try to boot that up again next year with different players that have a schedule that meets the needs. And then you can just find me streaming on my own Twitch channel, which is Resonant Moon. I do crafting, crochet, painting, Destiny, all that other stuff. If you like what you have seen here tonight, go ahead and click the follow button. If you subscribe, it helps support the channel, and we love bringing you independent games like Sad Vampire Boyfriend and Static Dawn and others that are going to be coming up. I think the next show it's either tomorrow with Relics or it's Friday with Scion. Not sure which, so just keep it tuned. 8:30 p.m. is usually when we go live. So thank you again to all of my players. Thank you to everybody who watched with us, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.